layouts. This is a very quick one. Layouts of the card. I don't want to force you into doing, you have to do this. You have to use this color. You have to use this layout. You can do whatever you want. This is your card. You shouldn't be, you can mimic something and make it, I want you to make it your own. So it's up to you, but this is so flexible. So we have this sample layout, and I'm going to make samples of these. We just haven't gotten around to printing them. I have the blank sets, but I'm going to make ones with just a generic, like this, like that you see on here, so that you can bring them around or show people or whatever, and they'll just say like your business here. The layout of the card is so flexible, and you'll see on this example, which I love this. You've got these regular sized ads, and then you have a double ad. So if someone wants that double ad, they can pay. You don't necessarily have to charge them twice as much. You can give them like a 20% off for getting two. And that saves you time. That's really good for them because they get a big ad at a discount. It stands out. That gives them something to really stand out from the other ads while not taking it away. Like the smaller ads still get a lot of visibility, even though there's this big honker in the bottom left. And if you look at most 9x12 cards where there's a lot of ads, a bigger ad, if there's not a lot of space in between them, a bigger ad just kind of blends in with everything else. It doesn't distinctly stick out, or it's so big that it stands out and then everything else doesn't get the visibility because this other thing is in like hot pink in the bottom left and it's huge, and everyone else's ad kind of doesn't, so it's not exactly fair to everyone else. This layout, if you look at it, you've got this big freaking ad that sticks out, but the other ones, it doesn't really take them away. It doesn't take away. You can still scan around and see what everyone's got. So you have this big boy, you have these other ones, and you can mix this around. You can change sizes of ads. You can do so much. There's also the column. So you have that in the column, which it was back in, I'm pretty sure if this is not in part 1 or part 2 or something of the Mastery series, it'll be in part 5 where I've got everything that didn't get talked about before. But the column is a very powerful selling tool. It's where you can use this little column you see in the top left of this card. This little column of 4 ads that are really small. They're very small, but you can give these spaces away for free. You can sell them very cheap. You can use it as a way to get in. You can prospect and tell people, it's only $100 or something. And then if they want the bigger ad, it's a bigger price or whatever. You use so many things that you can use these little tiny ads on, make some money, but get some really good stuff. You can also strategically just give them away without giving a whole spot away. You can give away 1 or 2 of these column ads and have really good anchor stuff like restaurants or things that you really want to draw people. Like, so someone gets a card and they say, oh, this is really well worth it because I get this pizza coupon here or something from a really well-known restaurant or car wash place. And you can easily get them onto the card without sucking up a lot of space and digging into your profits. Very flexible layouts. Give yourself some space around the middle of the card or wherever you want, but for your own branding. You put your branding, put advertise here. It's up to you. Do whatever. Have fun. Go in Canva and make all sorts of different things. You got space in there. You don't have to clog the whole thing up and write, fill it. Resist the urge to fill every empty space with something, but just put your brand on there, your company, whatever. Layouts, you got a lot of flexibility with us. Let's talk about some of these positives of layouts. These layouts, you do whatever you want. If you don't like the look of this, change it. Whatever. You can change the landscape orientation to a portrait orientation and just resize them, flip the ads around. In Canva, there's a little thing that flips them around, resize them, and you can do a card this way. Some cards can look really nice that way. You can put your information up at the top. You can add more space between these ads if you want. You can even do things like these little spaces and make the bottom, if you want to squeeze more ads, you can make the bottom row 4 sets of little ads. So you double them. So now you have 8 ads at the bottom like these. You have 8 ads at the bottom and then 4 at the top. That gives you 12 ads. You have 24 ads, potential ads that you can sell on the thing. And I got to shout out my man, Scott Meisner, who's coming out with He's been doing 9x12s for 7 years. Wait till he sees this. He has not seen that template builder. I bet you he's going to switch over to templated ads to some degree. I guarantee it. But he's been doing 9x12s for 7, 8 years, something like that now. And his car, look at this. So he wanted to fit more ads onto his 9x12. He's doing 9x12s forever. But he has so many clients that he wants to fit more ads without making the ads smaller. So he goes to this massive size. This is a regular 9x12. I'm just shouting out Scott Meisner because he finally, after many years, I have convinced him to make a tutorial. But look at this thing. That's one of his cards. This thing is huge. This is 11x14. So the point I was getting at, it's way bigger than, you don't realize how just a couple inches makes that big of a difference. Look at that. 11x14. So keep your eyes out on for his course. And you better get it because he's been doing it for 7-something years. But I was saying that if you want to squeeze more ads, just cut the ads in half. Do one side with double ads. Do 8 on the bottom, 4 on the top. And we talked about before, so if you want to mix things up a little bit, you change some ads look different than the others. Test it out and see what you like. The layout is completely flexible. You do not have to use this exact specific one. Canva makes it easy. Start there and change things around however you want. There's no wrong way. It's up to you. One more lesson, then we're done.